What is going on, everybody? We are back once again with another edition of Wrestling Republic's off the air, immediately following NXT. If you can hear my voice right now, so can I. Want everyone to know that. And I'm very aware of the situation that I'm in. Not a lot of people play injured, play in a situation like this, but Clark Taylor does. I'm ready to rock and roll. And I trust me when I tell you, it doesn't hurt as bad as it sounds. I've got the best crew in the game with me, though. And we're going to predict the upcoming NXT PLE across the board. We're going to break down tonight's show. We've got all kinds of good things. I'm only whispering because I'm trying to save the words. So let me introduce the usual crew, but not most importantly, it's not a contest here. Let me start first in the DMV, and that is not a bad place. I'm not talking about when you're going to, like the driver's DMV. I'm talking about the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, Northern Virginia. The Tuesday night delight himself. Get your twos up for Shoddy.
What up, what up, what up, everyone? It is I, the Tuesday Night Delight. Only Tuesday night tonight. I was busy during the day, so salute to the bro hosting for me on a daily. Injured and all, you got to give him respect. But the People's Champ is back. Football season's ahead of us, and this ain't going nowhere in that one football league. But let's get into
Uh,
it.
I am ready to see where that title goes. Without question, although I will say I have to send this one out to Louisville, Kentucky for a guy that I believe in. And maybe you should too. What's up, Drez?
Good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in. I am Dryzzy, aka Plug Funny, the wrestler plug. You don't know what to watch? I got you. And last time I checked, I've won one of these in the last 2 years. So I'm I'm due for a repeat championship. Like me and Shady are in the same league, and I I got this. This is my repeat year. I got everybody right where I want them.
I hear you there when it comes to fantasy football. I will say I've got a pedigree myself, but at this point I'm basically one half of the Yin Yang twins because I'm doing this show Whisper Song. Essentially, that's the only way
Yo,
that I'm going
that
to be
my
able
Do, do,
doom, doom,
do,
doom,
do, do.
to
doom, 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 doom,
It's the only
doom,
way.
doom. We can't
Ethan
repeat it with
sucks.
this energy.
Believe in Joe. Ethan put
Ethan
on
put
some
on some
clothes.
clothes.
All right. Well,
Believe in Joe. Ethan put on some
Put on.
clothes.
My man, yo, I ain't gonna lie. That footage that he dropped for the Titantron was wild.
He
Like, bro,
got
bro,
me.
kind
hello.
of. My man was doing
Like,
like bicep curls.
Got him.
I mean, whatever, to each his own. What you do in the privacy of your house is all on you. But, sir, you cannot get mad when you put that stuff on YouTube because people like us are going to see it. And guess what we're going to do? We are going to serve you, sir.
Yeah, the jokes are definitely gonna fly when it comes to that. That joint was outrageous though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That that was that like he kind
Too
of went
funny.
that was up there with the they not like us. They like kind of like Ethan, you looking like Drake right now, bro.
That was
Like that.
Gotham City, not Gotham City. Shout out Batman, but Gotham City. It was just got him like too good on the
Yeah.
button. Absolutely right on the chin. Um, let's get into that one first, though.
Get it.
Predictions wise, we got all ego I believe in Joe Hendry. Dang it, I want to sing. I want my voice back so bad. Tomorrow it's going to be great. But
Say his
I
name and
believe in Joe
be
Hendry.
afraid.
I mean,
I
I
believe.
just do. I'm going to go first on this prediction. Joe
Let's get
Hendry's
it.
your next NXT World Champion with Trick Williams in the referee's shirt. 2 claps. I'm ready to rock. I'm going to go to you first. Driz, then you, Shad. Your predictions for this match at How Much Mercy? None.
This is a such a TNA match. I almost feel it should be happening in TNA, but it is such a TNA match. I am going to go with what I originally said. I believe that All Ego is going to once again have dumb luck because he seems to have this in these matches, multi-man matches. He lucks up into these wins. He lucked up into a championship. There's a special guest referee that has an issue with Pete Dunne, who most likely is going to interfere in this match. Not to help Ego, not to help Joe, but just to beat up Trick Williams. So I believe Ego has a lucky rabbit's foot in his back pocket or something, and he is going to retain his title. I know you guys love love Joe Hendry, and y'all want him to be the world champion here so much, but it's just not happening.
You're
Uh-uh.
making me nervous, Drizzy. You're making me nervous. I don't want Diet Scott Hall to retain. I can't have
Drizzy and his
Diet Scott Hall.
logic, man.
I can't have Diet Scott Hall, but it's too logical. It makes too much sense. And not only that, I do believe in the curse. I believe in the curse. Joe touched that belt. Why'd he do that? Why'd he
He
do
didn't
it?
only touch it; he was waving it
He's
side to
He
waving
side.
it.
waved it side to
Now I'm like the
side.
Kansas. I went to University of Kansas. We wave the wheat. We
Words.
wave the wheat after every victory.
This is the way
We
they
wave
explained
the
it to me.
wheat.
He
They
was
explained it to
rocking it
me.
like a.
We
Words.
waved the wheat with it. It
This is
was
what. This is the way they explained it to me. Words are great, but math is black and white. And when you have go home math, it always is black and white. It makes sense. 2 plus 2 is 4. A Hendry plus touching belt equals 9.
scares me to death. Why'd he do that? Why'd he have to grab the belt? Shoddy, we've talked about this all afternoon here.
Yeah.
Are you with me still? Do you still believe? Or has Drizzy's logic changed your opinion in
It's the
real
No,
math.
time?
no. It's so. All right. Let me get this out the way first, right? I have been on the record for the last several weeks saying the smart move would be to give Joe Hendry the NXT championship. It is so out of the box. He is so over, and it allows you to utilize him for some time during the duration of this partnership with TNA. Joe Hendry is a infectious figure. Like people just want to see him, and he does stuff so well. And the beauty of it is this: what we saw tonight is why he's important. He adds an element to storylines that is so entertaining, so fun, but it also does a brilliant job progressing it. If you weren't excited for this matchup on Sunday, watching the closing segment tonight with his concert sold you a ticket because I'm super excited for it now. On top of the stipulation, adding Trick Williams as the referee, I think it's going to be a very fun and eventful main event. So my butt's gonna be seated for that. Obviously, we're gonna review it after. Pick wise, as much as I want him to win, I do think he is going to lose for a lot of the reasons that Drizzy brought up. The outlier are several things. One, I don't know if they are going to give a TNA talent the title. I don't know if WWE has an in them doing that. I would doubt that they would. I don't think they feel like I feel like the rapport and the brand means so much to them where they're just like, nah, we can't do that. But the second thing is just in storyline, Pete Dunne was the last thing that we saw. He's gonna do something to Trick to mess it over and get Ethan Page to win. So with that being said, my final pick is Ethan Page. unfortunately retaining.
So it's 2-1.
Yes.
I'm the only one that
Yes.
still believes
Come to the dark side. Come to the dark
brutal,
side.
although I do respect the pick. I went first before Drizzy delivered the scoop on hoops. And so that's my own fault when it comes to that. But I will stick with my pick. It's Joe Hendry in my eyes.
You gotta use
But I
you gotta use that
respect the
axiom
pick
math.
there.
You gotta use that
We
axiom math.
Yeah, we got some comments here. Dante underscore Akira 85 over on Instagram said this match is finna be overbooked, but I'm gonna like
Yeah,
it.
Yes.
same.
Very.
Samesies, no
Exactly
way,
how I feel about
Samesies.
it.
Yeah,
It
no
is going
way.
to be. It's gonna be an overbooked mess, and it's gonna be so fun to watch.
Me as well. Unrealized thoughts commented. Do you believe in Josh Alexander? Question mark. LOL. I think he misspelled that. He meant Josh Alessandro. And no, the headgear doesn't do anything for me. Um,
I like
but
Josh. I don't let him speak for us. I'm a big fan of the walking weapon. He is a absolute beast. I'm a big Josh Alexander fan.
Oh, I'm about to go see him this weekend. So yes, yes, I believe in him.
Don't
heck of a wrestler.
Clark don't speak for the whole off the air crew, right?
Nah, I'm not saying I don't believe in him. I don't believe that he's anything more than what he is now, which is an excellent draw and an excellent hand. I just do not believe that there's greener pastures at this stage.
You just don't like accessories. We get it. Tie
Mm,
clips, headbands.
Cufflinks.
I
Mhm.
understand he needs to wear the headgear.
The
I do
rumor
like
is
cufflinks.
you
I'm
really
actually a
hated
cufflink
Bobby
fan,
Lashley when
Dread.
he wore the
No, I
headband.
draw the line. I do like cufflinks. I'm a big
Oh,
fan of
oh,
cufflinks.
okay. Cufflinks are where cufflinks are your soft spot.
Cufflinks, cufflinks, I respect. Um, Definitely. Okay, let's get into maybe the best women's division of all wrestling, and let's start with our predictions there. We got Roxanne Perez, and we got Jada Parker.
Hey, Miss Parker.
Hey, Miss Parker, what a promo segment out of her tonight.
Stop.
How about everybody shuts up and listens but her?
I got a
And that's,
bet just for her because she put knocked it out of the park.
yes,
This is what they were
knocked
trying
it.
to do with Lola Vice a couple of months ago.
And Marucci, no less. Jada knock it out of the Parker. Now we're talking, Driz. I love every single thing about that. You give me your prediction right now when it comes to this match.
Y'all know how I feel about Jada Parker. She can do no wrong in my eyes. But it is hard for me to use that same math logic that I used on y'all here. Now, she ain't touched the belt. So we're still somewhat good here. I really would love to see Jada win this belt right here. But I really feel like this isn't the time. I believe that she's just maybe a couple of steps away from being in that position, but this just isn't the night to do it. Definitely Roxanne is gonna pull some type of veteran maneuver. She has the experience on Jada, and that is what's gonna be the difference. She's gonna be able to just use her mind and weather the confidence that Jada has because she has heavy confidence, and confidence will carry you places. But there's just some confidence will carry you, but your mind keeps you there in the experience. Roxanne's experience is what's going to be the difference in this match. So I'm going with Roxanne Perez. I'm sorry, Jada. I still love you. And Clark,
Muted.
You're
I
muted,
like the
brother.
pick. I've only got so many words left. I like the pick. I'm glad you brought the bet. No doubt. We got some comments over here. Unrealized thoughts. This seemed like the most unrealized thought I've seen in the comments thus far. He said, nah, most people are turning on the NXT women's division. I would say those people should like check out a mirror
Have
or do something different.
Have you looked at the main
Pack a lunch.
roster?
It's going to be a long day. That's a tough leg to stand on. It's one of the silliest. That is an unrealized thought if I've ever heard one. Um, Without question, this division is off the charts. and Jada Parker has a shot here against Roxanne.
Mhm.
We know she does. To your point, I agree with you on Roxanne retaining. That's my pick personally. But man, this division is that dang good. It's booked that well across the board. Across the board. Shadi, your pick. Are you seeing upset victory or are you seeing champion retains?
Unfortunately, I don't see an upset victory going Jada Parker's way. It is kind of this is her first shot. I don't think she needs to get it on the first go around. I think she's still learning. I think this is the first big moment for her to kind of solidify, herself as a in-ring, wrestler that can do stuff and within singles matches, especially in the title match. And no better opponent than Roxanne Perez. But to that point, Roxanne Perez is my woman of the year thus far. I think she's had a brilliant title reign. I think she's delivered on every title match she has, and I expect this match to deliver. I think this is going to be a very fun style clash because Jada Parker is so strong and athletic, and Roxanne is a more smaller base wrestler, right? And I love the David versus Goliath matchup aesthetically. So I think it's gonna be a fun matchup that way. And I think they're gonna really, impress a lot of people, especially Jada Parker. Like we saw Lola Vice kind of solidify herself in defeat against Roxanne. I think this will be the same for Jada Parker. But I got Miss Perez retaining. And let's not forget what happened at the end of the segment. There was somebody that we're talking to. I think we get a debut this weekend. Whether it's
Mm.
Stephanie Vaquer or whether it's Julia, I think we're gonna get a big time person. So that comment that Buddy said in IG, I think that will even be more silence because we are about to get a heavy hitter in that women's division at No Mercy.
No doubt about it. And I mean, Unrealized Thoughts said, I've been a fan. Accounts and wrestling elitists hate it and think I them as divas. It's weird. And then he did the double correction thing, think of, which I think
Uh,
fits in a couple spots there. That
I
one's
don't
a
know.
tough one to navigate. I hope you're doing well, my
it's all right.
friend.
It's
We
all right.
do
We understand.
appreciate having you.
He's trying. I guarantee you, he's trying to keep up with the conversation because you know how fast
Yeah,
we go. So
it is.
we
It's
understand. We got
quick.
you, guys.
It's all good, my friend. You're fine.
I will say
Appreciate
this. I will say this about Jada Parker. She's this
yes.
close, but she definitely will learn. And the next time, it'll be a hit. It definitely will be.
We
I think
also gotta
I think she's gonna get that North American title soon, very soon actually. I think she's the next North American champion off of Kalani, and I think that would be the most logical thing because I think a title would benefit her a lot character wise because she's such a like it's funny. Her and Mia Yim had the feud, but I think their personalities and feud wise, like the aesthetics just being so like badass and whatnot, are similar, but they're very different, right? And I think Jada Parker's a very, very good talker. I think a belt could really boost that character up a little bit more
Mhm.
because she gonna be talking cash shit all the time and be champ with the belt over her shoulder.
Yep.
absolutely, I'm with you. Unrealized Thoughts just said, yeah, basically, my bad. Dude, don't even worry. Like, we're
Yeah,
having
that's
fun
okay,
here.
man.
That's why we're here. And then Maloney81 said, damn, your voice is killing me. No, it's going really well for me too. I'm glad that it's bugging you. Um, our good friend Bobby Petito, though, added, I just like the video on YouTube. Please do that as well. You're the man, Bob.
Yeah,
Yes,
comment,
thank you.
subscribe.
Comments. It's the means the world. He said Miss Parker is a great contender for Roxanne Perez.
Miss
And
Parker.
Miss Parker. And then Jada Parker's time will come soon. Maybe she wins the NXT North American Championship.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
saying,
all
Bobby.
over that. Yes, sir. Okay, let's move on to a nasty one, a crazy one. This is one, man, we aren't on Sunday Night Spotlight, but this is Tuesday night and it feels like it. Dude, Oba Femi, Tony D for that North American title. They had to go to dinner in Chicago. We all know where Tony D's from. His restaurant ain't in Florida. They didn't show us the geography, but that wasn't in Florida. They went to his home spot in Chicago, right? In my house. And Oba showed up, and everybody else was scared. That's different. That's different when it comes to Chicago mob culture. That's different. That's real different. And I loved it. What a beautiful segment. He got him with the spine buster. Oba walked right into his restaurant comfortably and ate a meal comfortably. What a beautiful build to a beautiful title match. I could not be more stoked. Shad, I want your pick first. I'm going to save mine for the end this time. Save my voice a bit. Who you got?
You good, big dog. Yeah, man. Let me just start with what you said off the bat. This has been a very well booked storyline, and salute to Drizzy because he did spotlight the family this past Sunday. If you didn't watch it, but Tony D'Angelo is probably like in regards to creating storylines, one of the best ones in NXT because from the history you talk about like Legato versus them, right? The whole Heritage Cup stuff even in the past and whatnot. He's really good at creating storylines and these little backstage vignettes with him at his restaurant or him throwing people out with swimming with the fishes. Like he's just really perfected the mob boss and a mob boss versus the ruler of NXT that is Obafemi. It's boss versus boss, and I love that that is the story that they're telling. I thought this has probably been one of my favorite builds going into No Mercy. And I'm thinking style wise, match wise, it's gonna be dark horse match of the night. I mean, Obafemi really be delivering in these matches. I think it's gonna be super physical. Both of these guys are, you know, Big E always say big meaty men slapping meat, right? And it's gonna be one of them ones. I'm super stoked for this match. With that being said, I cannot pick Obafemi to lose this match. It's just one of those things where I feel like it's betting against the best team in the league, right? They're gonna lose when they lose, but I'm not gonna be the one to say that they're gonna lose. I'll just be utterly surprised when they lose. So for me, being a betting man, I can't bet against the biggest, baddest MFer on the roster. I think he's the type of dude that's gonna go in there, have a great match, walk away with a couple scars and keep it moving. So I got Obafemi retaining.
I hear you there, man. That is hard to argue with. The baddest guy out there right this second. It's hard to deny. Drizzy, do you see any shot? Do you see any shot of an upset here?
Not one bit. I'll say this feud has been the definition of less is more. Obafemi interrupted for weeks on end by Tony D. He goes out, he calls out somebody. Look, he gets called out. And then you get Tony D coming out and showing his power and that he can lay out Obafemi, that Obafemi is mortal. And what's the most gangster thing you can do to a gangster? Go to his house, prop
Well,
your feet up on his table, eat his food, and not fear for your life. And nobody was gonna. He dared somebody to say something. Nobody said anything. They just like let me go get Tony. Let me go get Tony. I don't no problems. And proceeded to look Tony in the eye and said, "Better have tried and failed. You will be no different." And that is exactly what is going to happen here. Tony will try, but just like the other bodies on the ground, he will fail.
Drizzy scares me to death because I agree. This man stepped into Chicago, walked into an Italian restaurant without fear, and made a large number of Italian family members afraid. But I'm going to say this. We have two picks, Obafemi. And all day I've been thinking there's got to be an upset here. 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 This is the one. He's going to sneak a victory. You know why? Because Obafemi is your next challenger for Braun Breaker on the main roster. It's time.
You think it's time?
I love him on NXT. Every minute we see him. I love him every minute we see him. But it's time. It's time. Oba's ready. Tony D's going to sneak this win. This is the last time we get to see Obafemi in a major PLE on the NXT brand.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like Obafemi's gonna get the solo
I
control.
think you were shooting from like the
Hip.
full court right now,
The
bro.
Chicago. Gotta
Like
stick with
you,
my Chicago guy, man.
he's in the
Half the days
second.
and 3 days.
He in the
You
second
wild.
section of the audience shooting. Like I
Yeah,
don't
you kind of
know.
I'm
wild,
ready.
bro.
You
That
out there?
spine buster look like Arn Anderson.
He got that. He trying to
He's
have that
ready.
Steph Curry range.
He's ready.
That's a. Ooh.
He's gonna sneak
I
one
don't
on
know.
Oba, and it's the only loss Obafemi takes for the next probably 5 years. I genuinely am starting to believe that the more I think about it.
The more you say it, the more I don't believe it.
It's the last loss he takes for the next 5 years.
Like
And
we
then
just
because
did. We
Obafemi needs to be launched into the stratosphere.
look.
It's time.
We just did AEW All In the final countdown the other day. This
And
is not that. This is not the final countdown for Obafemi.
part of the reason
Talk
I'm
to him,
making the pick.
Drizzy. Whose
Part of
man's
it,
is this?
I love that, Driz.
You
But
sounded like the dude on Instagram commenting on the last segment.
part of the reason I'm making the pick is I don't want to have this conversation down the line where we're like, when is it time for Obafemi? Do it early, not late. Do it now. He's ready. He is. We all know he is. We watch him every Tuesday night. We all know he's ready. We all know he can take on anybody on the main roster. He can handle any situation when it comes to the promo work.
So you want
We all
Braun
know he
Breaker to
is
lose
ready.
the IC belt that quickly?
I don't care about Braun Breaker because Obafemi's better. I care about the most talented guy on the roster should be over. We don't need to help Braun Breaker because he's third generation or whatever. If Obafemi's better than Braun Breaker, he should freaking beat him up.
Wilding right now. You just want to. I don't. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
You're speaking in confusion right now.
Oba's better than Braun Breaker.
You know what?
Right
we
now.
Clark's sick.
He
We gotta get
is,
him a
but this
blanket.
booking
We gotta
is
get him a
like
blanket. We gotta get him some water. You need an extra
Go
water,
get
baby.
him.
We gotta get you. We gotta get
No.
you. We gotta get you a blanket and
This
some
is
water.
not voice related. I truly
need to
believe
I got a
that.
blanket for you. Let me get you. We gonna get you a pillow.
Obafemi.
We'll get you a nice little teddy bear to cuddle with. You need a nap, man. You need.
Nah, I disagree with both y'all. I think Obafemi right this minute is ready to dominate Friday and Monday. Either night. Either one. Doesn't matter. He's ready.
All right, that's your pick. That is your pick.
The guy is. I'll probably be wrong on that, but I don't even care. Standing by it. I'm
I got
with
some
it.
Kleenex for you. I got some Kleenex for you when he wins.
Let's talk Chase U.
You.
The U. Get your U's up against Fraxium, coined by Shoddy. Fraxium.
The mathematician.
Potentially about to break up. Not quite yet, it appears. Chase U, Fraxium, the rematch. Drez, your pick out of the gates.
You are looking for an upset. This is where I see the upset. I feel like there's something going on with Chase U, and they're not all on the same page. Yes, half of them are, but the other half isn't. Riley and Duke are not on the same page as Andre and Ridge, and I really feel like that may accidentally spill over into this match. I don't know how, but I really feel like Frazier and Axiom will pull it off. They've been tag team of the year pretty much this year, also coined by Shad. I I really feel like there may be a bit of a miscue somewhere, and this will be the upset of the night. I know everybody thinks Chase U is unbeatable at the moment. This is probably where we get that upset. This is where I see Frazier and Axiom run off with the belts and further that storyline a little bit further. It's it's a it's like it's a
Yeah, I mean, eh, I hear you. This is It's so fascinating because we were so excited about the title change in the first
yes.
place,
Hmm.
and it does, in a weird way compared to the rest of the card. This one doesn't like sort of feel like a rematch, but I think that's only because of how much NXT content we consume week in and week out.
Hmm.
And either way it goes is great, but I do think at the end of the day here we gotta have a story ender on Fraser and Axiom. Like just tie that in a bow for us, right? I do feel like it's feeling like it's time. I'm not totally sure though. Shoddy, your pick on this one. Like it's just I don't know.
Yeah, this one's a tough one because I really it could go either way in regards to how it's booked. I feel like there's a bit of like a dark cloud on each team, right? I think they've teased Fraxium breaking up, but like I'm on the record, I think they are the best tag team in pro wrestling this year. I think they've had an incredible title reign, and the matches they've wheeled out have been good. And I don't want to see them break up just because I think the chemistry is so good, and I think they're better as a pair rather being booked as individuals. So I'm gonna go off of a whim. I'm gonna say they get their titles back. I think they win. I think the relationship as brothers start budding, but I think it becomes stronger. On the other side, I have them losing, and then I have Chase U breaking up. I have the mole of the group being Rich Holland, and I think Duke and Riley help and whoop on Andre Chase post match, having Andre Chase become the ultimate babyface in NXT after that. I might be completely wrong. I might be throwing spaghetti on the wall, but I think there is going to be some sort of breakup happening in Chase U, whether it's all 3-on-1 or just them getting Ridge out and Ridge attacking him. I just don't see the longevity of that group with Ridge Holland there. So I'm going to go with Fraxium.
I like the call. Unrealized thoughts has had some great comments here too, and so has
Drizzy, did
Dante
you
Akira
freeze?
85. He said,
I am frozen by this Andre Chase you break
Yeah, man.
up.
well, this is where it's interesting. Dante Akira 85 said Fraxium wins the trilogy. And then Roll Tide 1990. Love that. Roll
Roll
Tide.
Tide.
Great job. Keep it up with the good work. Have a great match. Love that. Fraxium is winning the trilogy again from Dante Akira. Then Unrealized Thoughts said Fraxium has been one of the best tag teams in wrestling right now.
No, not
Keep
one of
them.
the best. They have been the best tag team.
What no? And then he added, keep them as a tag team
Yeah.
for now. I'm in agreement there. This one's funky to me. This is funky
It
as could
is.
be because I really was excited about the Chase U victory. But like, where do we go from here? Keep Fraxium together, but they shouldn't win this match either. So I'm going with the U. The U retains. It's not time to finish that one yet. I love what you said there, Shad. I think your I think your thoughts in the right place. I just don't think it's at No Mercy.
We trying to why y'all trying to break up the U? It's the U. The
It's
U
the
has been
U.
around forever.
Yeah.
It's been around what five? How long has NXT been around? This version of NXT it's been around 5 years now. No,
5 years,
three,
yeah.
5 years. 5 years, and the U has been a part of every single aspect of it. And y'all want to break up the U? The U survived Diamond Mine. The U survived
It did.
Toxic Attraction. The U has survived Sanity. Everything. I'm probably I'm just making this, but the U is forever. It's like Wu Tang. Wu Tang is forever,
Wu Tang, and for the children,
and
for
for the
both.
children. The youth for the
They
children.
are
We
for the
need the
children.
children. We can't
The
get rid of
you,
them.
no, the Hales.
Not the you. Not the you. Not
Not
this.
This
the
person
you.
wrote. This is actually kind of funny. He said
Show
Joe
share
Hidden
it,
Tree.
Shots. You're good.
Joe Tree.
By the
Look,
way,
yo,
the
that's
Temple's
that's
Learning Tree has been commenting since the daily today. I really do appreciate it. It's good
that's a
stuff. It's
funny
funny.
pun. Funny pun. Funny pun. I like it.
It is Dro Tree.
Gotta be a Philly guy. Temple's
Gotta,
entry
gotta love it. Gotta love it.
or learning tree. Gotta be Philly.
Go
Gotta
Birds.
be Philly.
Oh God! Don't say
Got
learn
it
tree
all
too
day.
many times. Don't say learn tree too many times. Jericho show up.
Hi guys.
He's like, hey guys.
Hi guys. Um, let's pick another match. Heck, why not? We have Wendy.
Evil
Wendy.
Wendy.
Not Wendy's. Not like I'm not talking square burgers. I'm talking Wendy Chu.
Where's the beef?
Everyone knows. We're not talking square burgers here. We're not talking Dave. We're not even talking spicy nuggets. We're talking Wendy Chu. Against Kalani Jordan. Shout out Sparty, Michigan State. Let's go. North American title match. North American title match. That belt's on the line. That creepy little savage is not going to beat Kalani Jordan this weekend. That's just going to bug me to death, and I'm done with it. No, I don't care how many pajamas she owns or how many socks she wears or whatever she does. The chokes are scary and stuff too. And the eyes thing, I don't really get. But Kalani Jordan, the athlete, retains. That's my pick. Shad, let's get your pick for that match.
I mean, Kalani Jordan is currently playing Mortal Kombat. She's going through that chain of spooky characters. She went from who should have been at the top of the chain, Tatum Paxley. Then tonight she beat Rosemary. Now she's got to go against the final boss, Wendy Chu. This feud ain't really hitting for me. I'm gonna be real. I think Wendy Chu's character is just not working for me. I love the pajama slumber party, sleepy girl funniness, drinking out the Stanley Cup. All of that was good. Now they try to add an element to where she's spooky and stuff, and it comes off more cheesy than it does scary. Um, Kalani, I don't even think she knows how to maneuver this storyline too. Like I don't think her reaction to a lot of it is hitting for me too. I want Kalani to thrive. I want her to be a star, and I want her to have great matches. And I do think this can be a very good match because Wendy Chu is not a bad wrestler by any means. So I think the match will deliver, and it might actually low key be a sleeper match on the card that no one has a lot of expectations for because the storyline. But I got Kalani Jordan finishing her story. She is going to beat all the spirited Halloween characters through this bracket, and she's going to finish her story by beating Wendy True and retaining as North American champ.
I completely agree. Also, Temple's Learning Tree, it was hysterical the first time you said it. We can't read that one, but it is funny. I will give you that. Yeah, Kalani Jordan wins this match. I agree with you there, Shad. That's my pick as well. Driz, are you calling the opposite? Are you seeing Wendy Chu goes through?
I am seeing Wendy Chu come through whatever portal that she goes through and snatch the title from Kalani. I do believe that I agree with Shad to the point that the character just does not seem to fit right now. It just seems a little bit more goofy than actually terrifying. I don't know if that's the charm or what they're going for with it, but it's kind of when it the what really hits that it's just not hitting for me is when you put it next to something that really is terrifying. Like even standing next to somebody who's just more of a more awkward, like a like a it's a hard to get a read on her like Tatum Paxley. It's still kind of out of place. Tonight, she was in the ring with Rosemary, who is a legit terrifying act, and it just didn't seem like it belonged. It's one of those things. One of these things doesn't belong, and it just didn't fit. But outside of that, I believe this is also another upset. I believe that Wendy Chu will capture this belt and will carry it onward for a little bit. Give her a nice short reign. I believe that Wendy Chu has been around long enough that she's earned it, and I believe Kalani can tell a good story. It's just that it's the process of trying to make something work that maybe you're just not 100% in. I don't know if Kalani is 100% into this, but it's coming across the screen like she's not a little bit. So I'm going with
Yeah,
Wendy Chu.
I think that's fair too. I mean, here's my problem is like Kalani to me is just so athletically above and beyond almost anybody else in wrestling, given her pedigree and her background and how quickly she's adjusted as well. I do think it's really quick to take the title off of her, but if it's anybody, Wendy Chu makes a ton of sense, and there's some support there. Like I get it. Um, let's talk about one that's pretty vicious here. We have Wesley, and that's two names, not one. That is Wes Lee, not Wesley. That'd be one guy. And it's not two people. It's Wes Lee, and then we've got the artist formerly known as Nash Carter. Definitely a lamer name now, Zach Wentz, but they will be wrestling each other, and they don't like each other anymore. Used to be best friends, definitely not friends anymore. Definitively. We've learned that over the last few weeks. Like these guys, not buddies. Were buddies, not buddies. Definitely not buddies anymore. I think Wesley's probably going to take his foot and put it right on just the crest of Zach Wentz's chin a number of times, and then his teeth he'll have to digest overnight post match, and that will be ugly. I've got Wesley going over pretty violently in this one. That's just the way I look at it. But heck of a rivalry, jokes aside. Talk about two people that do not, at this point, like each other anymore and they once did.
Mm.
All emotions. Drizzy, give me your pick.
I've been tweeting about this feud for a few weeks now, and I've booked it out, and I truly believe this is how it's gonna go. I believe that Wesley is going to win this match, and he's gonna take it too far, and that is going to require him to. Sorry, let me bring that back. Zach Wentz is gonna win this match, drive Wesley crazy enough to go to TNA and possibly beat Zach even more at the next pay per view at their next. I don't know what they got. Their next weekend, their next TNA Plus special, and end at TNA Bound for Glory. I believe This is just the first match in a trilogy. Nobody feuds like best friends feud. Nobody feuds like brothers feud. This is going to steal the show, and I'm happy that the card is not too bloated. That this match is going to cook. These two know each other better than anybody else on their roster. They're best friends. They traveled up and down the road together for 9 years. This is going to be a show stiller, possibly match of the year candidate. I'm calling it now. But
Uh,
give it to Zach Wentz.
uh, so you will take Wentz to
I'm
go
taking Wentz.
over.
I'm taking Wentz.
Wow. Okay. 1-1 and respect. I get it. But, Chuddy, is there any chance Wesley doesn't kick his face off?
You're asking an Eagles fan, do I think a dude named Wentz is gonna win? Absolutely not. I got Wesley beating him down to a bloody pulp. All jokes aside, I got Wesley winning. I think the build tonight was really good. A lot of emotion to this feud. I love the heel Wesley character arc. I like that he bossed up and said, "You are a loser, sir. You did not get to stay in WWE. I am a WWE superstar, buddy. You couldn't do that." I just like everything about it. I like him kind of taking a different wave because he wasn't succeeding being Mr. Humble and happy to be here and underdog. I think it's going to be an emotional match. I don't disagree with Drizzy. It could very well be a match of the year contender just because when you have two guys who are incredible athletes, incredible in ring performers, but the story that's going to be told with it, with two brothers going against each other, it could definitely be, poetry in motion. But I got Wesley beating Carson Wentz up. Yeah.
You gotta get
um,
lay off Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz got a
The
ring.
birds.
He's got a ring.
he
Not
does.
technically. He was on
There's,
IR.
hey,
Well,
he
he
got
would
shot
have
there.
been the MVP though.
He
He
got
He's
did
one
shot
of the
there.
get
guys
there.
that's 11 games.
He got shot there.
He got.
Philly
Thank you.
Nick.
He
Yeah,
won
then he
those
went
11
to
games.
then he became Captain Commando, so forget him.
Well, by the way, this is the most controversial comment I think I've ever seen. The wrestling bruv, which already freaked me out once I saw the screen
Well,
name.
Osprey.
Yeah, it could be Will himself. Said RKO, and then he gave the greater than sign MGK. And I can only assume he's talking about Machine Gun Kelly.
No, eh, Machine Gun Kelly on the worst podcast of all time, Mr. Logan Paul's podcast,
I think I
said
think
that
Randy Orton is better
he
than
said
Machine
that
Gun Kelly.
no, Machine Gun
Where are we at
Kelly on Logan Paul's. Did y'all not hear what he said? Did you see the clip? He basically
Yeah.
told him.
again?
He basically said he heard Randy Orton was talking smack about him, and he went up to Randy Orton backstage and said "F you" to him.
Did Randy was
Yeah.
Randy Orton awake? Because that's the only way I could see that happening. He had to be
Would
napping,
you
Randy
and he just
Orton
Randy
got
was
in his face
probably
real quick
walking far away, and he probably just said, "Yeah, forget you."
and
Back to my
ran.
Well,
seat.
I was about to say, I'm like, how is MGK still walking? If that was a real life
MGK
scenario,
got dog walked by Eminem so bad he changed his
Genres.
genre of
He
music.
changed genres of music.
the only machine
Like
gun he's ever had
he's
is in his name.
he is a bum, bro. That dude
And
is
then
trash. I do
how
agree.
about MGK do something about Kevin Owens, who the last time we saw him in an actual WWE arena was
Yes.
getting power bombed off a stage by Kevin Owens. But I digress.
In all seriousness, one of the funkiest things you could ever think of. But yeah, so at the end of the day, I do have Wesley getting the victory here. Let's get into
Moments of the night.
moments of the week. Let's talk about it. Um, who wants to start? I can go first if anyone needs me
Kick it
to.
I
off, man.
didn't.
Kick it off.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll kick it off.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
I'm about to run out of words, but with what I've got left, it's for Joe Hendry. This guy deserves it. He's earned it every time. Every single time he's on a show, it's the most important segment. And there's something to be said about that all day long. This guy has been called a flash in the pan, all kinds of different things. Every single time he's on TV, he's the first person we need to talk about, generally speaking. Let's open up the can and let it ride. This guy is that damn good across the board. Everything he does, promos, in the ring, it doesn't matter. That'll work itself out. Joe Hendry is the best thing going right now in pro wrestling. And he continues to deliver every single time he's on a TV show. Give him a guitar and a microphone, and trust me, it's gold. The fans will chant for not only his song, but whatever he says on the microphone during that time. And every single time. It's golden. It's everything that makes pro wrestling great. And I got to give Joe Hendry credit. And he deserves to win this NXT World title. No matter which company you think he's affiliated with, whether he's a TNA guy, a WWE guy, it doesn't matter what company he's in. Joe Hendry is Joe Hendry. He's over and he's ready to rock and roll. And it's time. It's time. And I believe in Joe Hendry. And I once again believe in Joe Hendry based on tonight. I think he gets the job done at No Mercy, no doubt in my mind. All right. Who's up next?
You want to go, Shad?
Go ahead, Drizzy. You go first.
All right. My moment of the night is OG Triple OG Gangster Obafemi pulling the most gangster move that you could ever do. You walking into somebody's house, putting your feet up, just chilling in their stuff, send his people, hey, go get your boss. And he, most of the time when people do stuff like that, they come with backup. They got enforcers and everything. Not Obafemi. He's bad enough that he'll walk in by himself and dare somebody to touch him. And that's what he did. And nobody said a thing. They just said, I'll give Mr. D'Angelo for you, sir. Would you like something to eat? Would you like a drink? That is gotta be the OG. That is one of the most gangster things you can do. And I promise you, nobody is doing that except guys like Obafemi.
It's such a great call, Drizzy. I couldn't agree more. To step into that territory like that, walk in, sit down, back against the wall, no less. It's my favorite part about the segment. Real gangsters sit with their back against the wall. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Always. As soon as you walk in, you know, I got to be making sure he got his back against the wall at
Mm-hmm.
Tony D's spot.
Yep.
At Tony D's spot. He's back against the wall, ready to rock, ready to roll. Like, I mean, not scared of nobody. Nobody in that building. If anything, that building is afraid of Obafemi. Oh, I think it's a great moment of the week. Shadi, let's get to your moment of the week.
My moment from tonight's show is probably gonna be because y'all picked two great ones. So I gotta go with something that was surprising, and that was Rosemary challenging Kalani Jordan tonight. I think the integration between NXT and TNA has been super fun. I love that they let talents go back and forth, and I like the fact that Rosemary, a vet for what she's been in TNA, getting the opportunity to wrestle on WWE television on NXT and having a nice match with Kalani Jordan. I think this was a good win for Kalani Jordan. This is someone who's been in the business for a while and being able to show you some things within the ropes going against her. So I'm excited for both women in the match. And yeah, man, keep doing your thing, women's wrestling. Let's go.
Absolutely, Shadi. I think that's a great call. Uh, Rosemary, too, the appearance, like you said, big deal. Something that we do
Big,
need to
big,
highlight.
big pop too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Huge pop. You gotta love these crossover events. Rosemary this week. Later on Friday at TNA Emergence, you are going to get Riley Riley Osborne from DU in the Ultimate
Yeah.
X match at TNA that I will be at. If you're
Say what?
going
Oh,
if you're
yes.
going to Emergence, holla at me. I'll be in my Wrestling Republic shirt. Come see me.
He'll be in his t-shirt. Go say what's up
I'm
to
gonna be at
Driz.
Capital. I'm gonna be at New Japan Capital Collision too. So on that same
Boom.
day.
Both. No doubt. Yes. Go say what's up. We're all fun. I assure you. If you enjoy our show, you'll enjoy us even more when you meet us. I assure you. My friends, that does bring us to the end of the show though this week. I mean, I'm out of words. I've hit the end of it. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. A serious question: where is the Women's Dusty Cup? Y'all gotta Google that, my friend. Thumbs up, thumbs up.
Thumbs down.
If you haven't liked and
Do I
subscribed,
look like I work on it? And I review
yeah,
NXT. I don't.
nah, man. I love that, but like, yeah, nah, man. Just Google it. I assure you, that's on the internet. It's gotta be. I know it's on the internet. But either way, have an excellent Tuesday. Go get some tequila and some tacos like I'm about to, and then hit the hay like I need to, as you can hear in my voice. But on behalf of me, Drizzy, Shot, check us out every Tuesday night. Oh, most importantly, check us out immediately following No Mercy. That's going to be money. Check it out. It's going to be delightful. Also, if you don't watch the daily already, check out the daily. That's noon Pacific, 8 in the UK, 3 over on the East Coast, 2 Central. That's 9 a.m. in Hawaii. Have a great Tuesday night, and we'll talk to everybody soon. Thank you so much.